Huh. That's kind of weird. Oh, there it is again. Whoa. Ho-ho. Well, hello, Internet. It's Anerdymous here, and welcome to 2018 and Doki Doki Literature Club. I've heard a lot about this game. People keep talking about it, so I decided, hey, I should probably check it out, and I'll give my review on it. Throw my 2 cents into the ring. Without further ado, I guess we should get started. See what this is about. And that's perfect. What a handsome name. Let's get started. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Sorry if I messed up reading. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I'd get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase me like this, I feel better off just running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, hello there. You're cute. You're Sayori. You're off to a good start. I overslept again. Yeah, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. That's kind of a jerk thing to say. What a lovely wham, I'm right here. And you're just gonna be so rude like that. How could you? You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Why would I? That's mean, Anerdymous. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, they don't want them to think we're a couple or something. I'm not opposed to that. By the way, Anerdymous, have you decided on a club to join yet? Oh, a club, huh? What a game. What an idea. A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I'm a weeb. I don't like that. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn any kind of social skills before college. I read perfectly. What are you talking about, Sayori? Your happiness is really important to me, you know, and I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into my classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Wow, that's rude. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Oh, I wonder what club it is. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori's Vice President of Literature Club. Oh, of course! Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. You sneaky girl. Don't make promises you can't keep. Can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's just cunning and playing us all out. It's kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. You sneaky girl. I let out a long sigh. Everyone, the new member's here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. Oh, hello. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. That's weird. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Aren't you a ray of sunshine? Ah, Anerdymous, what a nice surprise. How do you know me? Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. What an insult that is. She could be like 18. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Oh, it's a weird mark at the end of that. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. A chill goes up my spine as it was mildly arousing. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki and doesn't like being called smart, apparently. It's great to see you again, Anerdymous. Oh, it's good to see you too, I guess? Whoa, that was a nice bounce. Monika smiles sweetly. Ah yes, I'm sure you're familiar with my numerous videos that got popular like sorethroat.mp4. We do know each other, well we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league, so having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Anerdymous. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Oh, sorry. I got a little too excited. A little. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girl have a few desks form the table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Didn't really get a choice in that one. Natsuki proudly marches over to the table. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. How adorable can that be? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? What? Made them for you or anything? Oh, right, I'm used to people not making me cupcakes. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? Well, it definitely wasn't because it's the name of the game and I was also promised cupcakes and pretty whammon. It's not that at all. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika I was practically dragged here by Sayori. That's probably a good idea. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's my story and I'm sticking to it. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements that usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? That's an odd thing to say at the time. That's an interesting way to put it, but yeah, I guess you're right. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, have you read It? I haven't. Alright. I read a horror book once. Nailed it. That's right, usually you like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looks like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! That's an odd name for a poem. And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just so cute. It's just like you. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. It's kinda hot. I've said that a lot about things like this already. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just some confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your reader, exposing your vulnerability and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. I should write that down. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. Oh, is that the plot of this? That way everyone is... Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think we can help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Yeah! Isn't that right, Anerdymous? Yeah! Yep, Monica smiles warmly at me. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Anerdymous. You all, it's y'all. I'm defenseless against these girls. They all have knives and guns. I'm defenseless. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when there's a gun pointed directly at my face? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Yay! One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a second. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super whoa. Censor that, that's a Christian channel. And that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Roll credits. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next... Wait, is this homework? How dare you assign homework? I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Screw you, I'm not gonna do it. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Hey Anerdymous, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I have never walked home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the 2 of us depart the club room to make our way home, making our way downtown. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, shorter Sayori, taller Sayori, and of course, Sayori. The other ones. Will I really be happy spending every day in school with the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. That's true. Alright. I'll just have to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Wait, is this actual gameplay? It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Ooh, interesting. Okay, well, I'm definitely leaning towards Sayori, so let's see what words she might like. Shame? Oh, cool. Loud. Heart. Dance. Joy. Dazzle. Laugh. Fun. Lazy. Romance. Flower. Silly. Alright, last one. Sunset, maybe? Or cage? Sunset. Sunset. Yeah, okay, good. This poem makes absolutely no sense. Hi again, Anerdymous. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Now who's ready to read a jumble of words? I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Wow, that's rude, and last year too. You have no business. And I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out, but if you don't take us seriously, you won't hear the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps all her manga collection in the club room. Oh! Manga is lit. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it might keep your attention even if you don't usually read and for small brain. We could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute, but somehow not as cute as Sayori? In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could cupcakes. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. I mean, cupcakes are nice. You can just suggest it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. What a girl. Anyways, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh God! How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Huh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Strangely, the character model doesn't change whatsoever. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. Yeah. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on the collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. Nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Whoa, what a question that is. That's a loaded question. That's super mean. Yeah, it is. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Whoa, that's a change of perspective right there. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the bottom near her chest. Oh, is it gonna go there? Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my, whoa, Christian channel. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, that I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. I mean, if I was, you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway, so that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Well, I mean, if it was me, I'm just saying. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Anerdymous, I can't wait to read yours. Oh yeah, because it makes perfect sense. Alright, I think I should probably start with Natsuki on this. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her first. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Wow, that's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. And it was bad. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Oh boy, here we go. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Well, I mean, it had a rhyme in it. I guess that's the best I can say about it. It's not bad, but there's no rhyme scheme. That's important in a good poem. I told you weren't going to like it. Well, you're right, because it didn't rhyme. Alright, I guess I'll go with Yuri next. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's awful. That's all I needed. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. That it must be the one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Alright, well this is an alright poem. I mean, it looks lovely and it's short and sweet to the point, I suppose. Doesn't rhyme, so just putting that one out there. Just a little criticism from the old Anerdymous standpoint, but to each their own. But if you want to write a good poem next time, you could rhyme. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. But it took you a long time to read. I don't read big words a lot. I mean, I'm just saying. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Anerdymous. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did glance over it. You just said that I took a long time to read it. Okay, well, I should probably pick the best for last, so time for Monica. Hi, Anerdymous. Having a good time so far? Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, the new activities, or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Hey, how about you rhyme a little more? I think that would really improve the club. Don't be afraid to bring things up. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up, except this, because I'm very, very serious about the rhyme scheme of the club and the poetry. Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Anerdymous. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. Both it's that sort of barrier, and we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I like this one. Not. Makes me think some Sayori would write. Is that so? You and Sayori are plagiarizing each other. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? That sounds like someone who always feels that way. Just saying. You might want to work on that. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform. It doesn't rhyme. If that's what you want to call it, I call it garbage. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you'd all been waiting for. The top tier waifu, Sayori. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Anerdymous. Huh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer, Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. It's not like this is a song parody. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an Anerdymous poem. Yeah, we know how good those are. X is for Xbox, the console of its age. Honestly, I didn't know what else I could put on this page. Like I said, literary genius. Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you testing me to wish away a rainy day? Play day? It rhymes! I look above, the sky is blue. It's got a secret. I trust you too. Oh, it's beautiful. It rhymes. But if it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Honestly, pure masterpiece. Beautiful. It has nice rhyme. It has a beautiful end. Everything about it is fantastic. Beautiful poem. Beautiful girl. Whatever. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, don't worry. It's amazing. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant that the language, I guess. It's Italian. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Anerdymous liked it too. Monica thought it was garbage. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which, of course, I haven't yet. And Anerdymous liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly, whoa, where'd the music go? Oh? I don't like this. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Whoa, this is weird music. That's not what this is weird music. What is going on? Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Anerdymous appreciated my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? I did appreciate Yuri's more, for the record. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do. Oh my goodness. There is no defense that Natsuki has. She is getting rammed by everyone. I wasn't the one whose booze magically. Christian channel, everybody. Can we chill? Natsuki. Oh, Natsuki, that's a little, this doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Anerdymous, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Anerdymous. Wait, there's no reason we have to... Wait, there's a reason we have deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex meaning and... feelings and meaning the most effectively. I'm sorry, I can't read today. Avoiding them is only a necessary limit to yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Anerdymous? Well... Oh boy, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me, so of course it's gonna... Oh my goodness. Okay, well let's see. Natsuki is completely wrong, and Yuri is... Well, really, Yuri isn't too wrong, but, let's see. Yuri, let me caress your face. And, Natsuki, I'll caress yours, too. Make a good decision, but, Yuri, Natsuki... Sayori. Natsuki... Oh, boy. Okay, so instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri! But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything. Sayori! The music's going again. Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting if you know you're making your friend feel like this? Got him. Sayori. About what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's not really the first... Well, that's really the first time they ever fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. They're just madly in love with you and hate each other. Alright, it's poem time again. I definitely feel a lot more attached to Sayori than anyone else, so time for her again. Promise. Fun again. Smile. laugh. Childhood. Lazy again. Dazzle once more. Warm. Heart. Special. Beauty. Sunny. Let's go with misery? Oh. Well, that's alright. Hope they don't mind that a lot of them are just the same words again. I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Huh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Yo, dude, you don't ask to look at a girl's purse. You never know what could be hiding in there. There could be a dog in there. And what if you're allergic to dogs? Think about that. Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money and then I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. NANI? Oh my goodness, that actually kind of scared me. A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I realized how awful I am. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. My goodness, this is rather hot. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki cookie. You snake, I love you. You're awesome. Snake. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That is total BS because Sayori's in this room. I mean, Yuri's cool too, I guess. Anerdymous. Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival's coming up? Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff, so I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks, oh my. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Anerdymous to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with it was her idea to go. I just decided, yeah, I'll go with it. But I wanted to go. It was her idea, so it's probably best for me to... I was tagging along with her. So much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find some poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Anerdymous? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, I feel like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. I mean, Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things, and I find pleasure in her. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? She just said a poetry performance. Everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds kinda dull. Anerdymous, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. How do you know what I was thinking? It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of the poem, like, between my feet. The last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots. Caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what end have I summoned this joy? From when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. You want to get married, Sayori? Crayons! Sayori pulls a box of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too. They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. Ah, I dropped one by accident. Oh no. She hit her head. Kya! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. Oh boy. She falls to the floor and the crayon spills all over her lap. Ow, 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 ow! You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist, wow, and pull her out. You must have moved your hands, but it hurts. Just do it for a second. Oh my, this is an interesting position here. She slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Anerdymous. Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Sayori makes a silly joke. You're a ridiculous girl. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than a drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchase that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left her. She has a palm on her forehead and using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. Oh, so that's interesting. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah, sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Anerdymous. This kind of reminds me of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know, when we used to play outside all the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways, like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It's almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know. Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Anerdymous, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Anerdymous, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think I'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair to make any promise, but, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? Can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want you to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see her forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. That was a nice sweet moment. Back to the goofs. Well, I guess I should keep it to the same order as I had last time, so I guess I'll stick with Natsuki. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. You are so rude. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favorite love song. Each time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound with the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to touch her. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world's better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. It's an alright poem, good message, but it still doesn't rhyme. Alright, time for Yori. Let's see what you got, girl. Is it my turn? Let's see how it compares to yesterday's. It's still awful. It's a bit different, but still the same amount of awful. Are you inspired by Natsuki's? Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is it the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and typically hands me the poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects the much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, callous, peloic conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Do raccoons even live in Japan? I'm not sure. Alright, it's Super Monica time. Let's see what you got. Save me. Oh, interesting. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. What? An endless poem of meanings. Load me. What on earth are you talking about? It doesn't matter because it doesn't really rhyme, so whatever. Abstract. Yeah. Abstractly horrible. I guess it's just the way I write. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult situation. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Okay. Whatever you say. Sayori time. Anerdymous. I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one that feels that way. Everyone thinks it's garbage. Not even Natsuki, especially Natsuki, she hates it. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you, because I'm always thinking about you. Stop thinking weird things, idiot, like I am. Hey, Anerdymous, will you give me your poem? I don't think we're that far in our relationship yet. That's a big step. It's the first time you've written something for me. That you've seen. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Oh. I broke my pencil. Oh, really excited, apparently. Hastily bends down. My goodness. But being inattentive to her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. My goodness, does she have the hots for me? That's the first time. For anything. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle, a starlight, to make amends. Oh my goodness, it rhymes again. I love it so much. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. And in they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelves one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Sayori, are you okay? Love the poem, it rhymed, but holy crap, yeah, holy crap is right. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come to the front of the room. Oh, Monica, what do you got planned today? Acting a lot like a teacher today, aren't you? Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than just a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually gonna be doing for the event. Huh, sorry, I thought you heard about it. We're gonna be performing. Performing? I don't think they're into it. Let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to get in a steel cage. We're gonna be practicing reciting poems in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to recite in front of strangers?
Oh no!
Natsuki offering some quality advice for upcoming YouTubers. Anyway, the poem is called
Jump, jump! Might as well jump!
Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Yeah, she is. Geez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Anerdymous, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's say that one day Yuri wants to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh my god, I have to choose? Well, if I'm being completely honest, I am pretty dang attached to Sayori. She is 100% my favorite, and I'm going to try to date her. So, I would still walk home with Sayori. No, 100%, final answer. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Huh? But, she's so beautiful and smart. I mean, so are you. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Anerdymous. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. I'm sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never gonna happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of weird thing for Sayori to care about so much. And I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Respect that whammon very much. Who knows what will happen in that time. Oh boy, poem time once more. Let's get it started. Joy. Beauty again. Cry. Alone? Oh. Lazy for the third time. Sunny. Smile. Laugh. Probably think of some ones Yuri would like, so let's try depression. Oh, well that's kind of weird. Alright, how about broken? Maybe? Yeah, let's try broken. Oh, that's weird. Shame. Happiness. Friends, quality show. And hurt, that's a quality song. Sayori has good taste in a lot of things, except men. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? Monica, the squid lover? It's all over school. What do you mean, you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Funny joke? I guess. I don't understand. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Oh, okay, I get it now. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Sayori, you okay? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big old smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone. The conversation is already dispersed with everyone back. I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently, but since she's already preparing for the festival, must be spending a lot of time together, I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Anerdymous, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much into it, but it seems she's a little downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging an eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Anerdymous. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Huh? Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on your mind is you, Anerdymous. That's doubtful. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Huh? She's been so much happier since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. Oh, there's no way she likes me. No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny, Anerdymous. You're the first person to ever say that. Have you thought maybe even seeing her is so cheerful because that's just how she is around you? Wow, how do I respond to that? Alright, you know the routine. Starting off with Natsuki. This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah, not as good as yesterday's anyway. You're just saying all my things are just so bad. I'm mostly just glad you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. Compliments? It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking. Really? Well, what if you end up scaring me away? Let's think about that, Natsuki. That's, it's not like you'd actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even though I have to put up with you. Oof! Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach.
Going up to the top rope. All the mark with the elbow cover for the title. That's it.
I'll be your beach. Your mind is full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be your beach that washes your worries away. I'll be your beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be your beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be your beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Natsuki, you may have elbowed me in the stomach and you may be a rude person, but it rhymes and I love it. Congratulations, you redeemed yourself. Well, Natsuki had some rhyme. Let's see if Yuri has the same. Let's see what she got. Beach, a marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of earth castically meets the surface, under a clear blue sky of expansive bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. That isn't true. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. That also isn't true. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? That is interesting. Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to a road at the shore. Drift forward and I return to earth. Forevermore! It rhymes. Powerful, tendrils, that kind of rhymes too. I will It's a pass. It's a pass in my book, Yuri. Congratulations, you have also impressed me. I'm proud of both of you. You're both great now. Alright, Monica, can you make it 3 for 3? Let's see what you got. Hi, Anerdymous. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Yeah, I'll be reading Don't Bump the Glump, very dear to my heart. About how Sayori was a little bit off today. Yeah? Did you tell you something? Well, Anerdymous, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? No, of course not. What would give you that impression? I haven't been doing that at all. I've been treating her like I always do. Alright, just making sure. I know how much you care about her. How do you know that? What else do you know? I'm probably overthinking that. It'd be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Okay, I'll be sure to do that. Not sure what would happen. The lady who knows everything. Oh. Maybe that does have something to do. Maybe she does know more than that. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift, the sky, victim to the currents of the wind. Day after day, I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, and when all others have turned away, the legend is that all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilit sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between her thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Monica, how could you disappoint me like this? I thought we had something, and you go, and you don't rhyme. Disgraceful. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? Well, I mean, kind of. It's supposed to be like a happy, cheery dating sim. I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. What? You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Well, humans aren't two-dimensional either, I guess. Are you too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. Oh, you mean Geekwins? Alright, it's finally time to talk to Sayori. See how she's doing. This is your best one so far. It's really, really nice, Anerdymous. Thanks. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Eh? Of course. Everything's fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Anerdymous. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you'd try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? What happened to the music? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something, and this is how the poem came out. Sometimes I feel like it's the only one thing exciting in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No. Oh no, she's crying. Why is she crying? I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? What? Sayori? Sayori, are you okay? What's happened? What's going on? Why is she crying? I'm very concerned. I'm very confused. What is happening? Send help. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori! I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori. I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. What's happening? This is taking a very real turn. I don't understand what's happening. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself to put on a smile. It's nothing, Anerdymous. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? But what about your poem? What just happened? Okay, you three. Are we gonna get any explanation on that? Let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can... Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? I have 50 subs, so you can back off with those rude remarks from you. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then it won't grow. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes. She stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. She really loves herself some atmosphere. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyways, that just leaves you, Anerdymous, the one who's truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably be a long way to help give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I'd always be appreciative of that. That's... Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give you. It's not like Monica's gonna give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking by yourself, and Anerdymous may not like you to be around and make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore, he may be more suited in assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're making excuses for Anerdymous to... What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Anerdymous to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't gotten to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. Oh boy. Well... This... Monica said she'd be helping Sayori, but at the same time, I think she might need me. So, I think it might be better to choose Sayori, to help her out, and maybe Monica can help out one of those two, maybe? Let's see. I mean, if I'm gonna be with anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? You don't want me to answer that. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. I can't choose Sayori? Oh, this is a real pickle now. I think Yuri's my second favorite. And, I don't know, decorations would be fun. I'm horrible at baking. Let's go with Yuri. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri's clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. She constantly corrects my spelling mistakes, even though it's texting. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've always worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor. It's already strange for her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hey, Anerdymous. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. Guess it's been a while. She doesn't look very good. What's wrong? It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? How did she know about that? That's weird. Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know about that? Okay, well, alright. Yuri had been left by the time we decided. Monica told me. Oh, alright. Has Monica been here? It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? I mean, yeah, I guess. Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Anerdymous. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori! I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. Sayori, there's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Anerdymous. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Anerdymous? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Oh, did you know that? What? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? What on earth? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I want to make everyone happy. Oh my god. Sayori. Without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. Yeah, you and me both. I don't know what to say. I can't believe it. How is it possible that Sayori can keep me from me that I've known her? You don't understand at all, Anerdymous. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you'd have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. This must be why they had the warning at the beginning. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Anerdymous. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is for everything could always be the same way, but I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Oh my god. Anerdymous. Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Anerdymous, Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remained at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Anerdymous, Sayori barely manages. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I know is I want her to know how much I care. If you want to call yourself selfish, then let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arm around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. You don't understand any of my feelings, Anerdymous. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain, but your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How'd you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. Yeah, maybe. No, don't. Please don't. If you do, I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'd be fun. To my surprise, Yuri shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard to think I fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. Oh my god. This must be... Okay, this is probably why they had the warning at the beginning, because they would be talking about topics like this. Topics very heavy like depression and stuff like that. and I respect it. It's definitely an interesting thing to put into what would usually be a normal dating sim. Oh, hey, Yuri's here. What's up? Wait, don't look in there. I snatch Yuri's wrist, which is in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. That's where I keep my meme. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow. Anerdymous. Why did you do that, you idiot? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This kind of knife is extremely sharp. Oh, thanks, Yuri. That's very helpful right now. It can cut through skin like it's paper. How do you know that?
Oh no!
A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and it gives the wound a closer look. Ah. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off. Ah! Without warning, Yuri puts the... Whoa! Whoa! I usually look at her. Whoa! Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Sorry. Yuri reels back, and she quickly lifts her hands. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. Just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face. Why is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right now. I rush out and fetch a towel and dampen it with hot water. This is interesting. I return to my room and kneel down and... Wow, okay. Things are starting to get too spicy for the pepper now. Wait! I kinda say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over and we can hang out. Or, I forgot you don't like going out much. Just stumble over my words. Yuri smiles bashfully. You know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Anerdymous. Yuri takes a step closer and briefly squeezes my hand. Oh man, I kinda like that about you. Whoa, okay. How am I supposed to respond to that? I don't even get the chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Oh no. Sayori, hey. How's it going? Hi, Anerdymous. Sayori. Just now, we weren't... It's okay, Anerdymous. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so... yeah. So that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so... I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come out today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. Sayori, it makes me really happy. Sayori, it wasn't like that. You've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Anerdymous? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart's splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Anerdymous. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else, so even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm gonna be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Anerdymous. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, that's definitely not true. I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Anerdymous, I like you so much that I want to die. Whoa, don't say things like that. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand. Do you remember how I said I know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm gonna give you. Sayori, oh my god. Okay. I am hands down going to say that I love you because Sayori is definitely 100% the best. She needs this, and I am feeling every Billy Joel song for this woman. So I am definitely, without a doubt, going to pick I love you. I think that's the best option for this. Oh my god. Alright, let's do it. I love you. Huh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize you were truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Anerdymous. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Anerdymous, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Anerdymous. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this, Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Anerdymous. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know. I want everything to be the same as it's always been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I can handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Anerdymous? Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is best for me, right? Huh? I don't really know what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain. I know I love her and she loves me, but I'm having so much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they are, but Sayori meant not wanting anything to change, but I know that I'll give everything. Sayori's the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. There's no music. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. That doesn't seem like too much to me. You should probably do that. Meanwhile, the preparation for the event should be nearly complete. The banner urine I painted is dry. I gently rolled it up and take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend the time with Sayori and Yuri. Yuri? But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great, too. Anerdymous, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I at least thought Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks. They must be the ones she repaired that all the poems were on. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it, Don't Bump the Glump. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think on days like this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's nearly not that simple for her. I only said it because it's used to the way I'm thinking. It's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Why is there no music? I'm getting uneasy about this. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Yeah, I probably did, didn't I? I knew I should have went to get her. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on a page, giving an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Oh. Get out of my head. 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 A few more times. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Anerdymous? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. Oh my god. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always have been. That's all she needs, and that's all I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all, waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. There she is. Please don't. What? Sayori? What's wrong? Well, I know what's wrong. Sayori's sitting on her bed trying to keep from crying. She must have told herself that. I don't think she's noticed me yet. Oh. I decide to finally say something. Sayori? Anerdymous. She quickly wipes her eyes. What are you doing here? You should be at the festival, having fun, without me. What? Sayori? I told you I was going to spend the whole day with you, didn't I? It only makes sense that I help you wake up. I decided not to ask her about the poem she wrote. Right now, all she needs is love and positivity. But I don't think I can even make it to the festival. I'm hurting more than ever before. Oh no! My heart feels like it's beating harder than ever. but it also feels like it's being beaten with a hammer. Why am I feeling like this, Anerdymous? The rain clouds in my head keep fighting the sunlight. I'm so confused. I take a seat next to Sayori on her bed. You should just go without me. You deserve to have fun with the other girls. Just forget about without thinking. I quickly grab Sayori's hand, gripping it tightly. I know you're confused, Sayori. I'm pretty confused too. There's one thing that I'm certain of. There isn't anywhere else I'd rather be than right here. If you can't go to the festival, then I can't either. The club will understand. You mean it? Anerdymous, you must really care about me a lot to do something like that, but maybe being cared about won't be so bad. As long as you're the one doing it. She's coming around. I haven't seen Sayori smile this genuinely in days. I immediately wrap my arms around her. Sayori rests her head against my shoulder. This is what's best for me, right, Anerdymous? Yes, Sayori. You never have to let go again. I say that not wanting her to let go ever. Nothing in my life is worth more than her. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. All I need is Sayori. And I'm going to do everything I can to make her happy. As happy as she makes me. Oh, that was nice. That was sweet. That was lovely. Oh! That's the end. I did it. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that was really good. It was a bit of a sappy ending, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of seemed a little forced, and it was kind of short, honestly, the ending. But all in all, I'd say that was pretty good. I'm gonna give this game an 8 out of 10 for being mildly cheesy and also making me cry. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, become a Hecking Nerd today and subscribe. Welcome to 2018, everybody. And I'm Anerdymous. That's a weird way to end that. Well, anyway, link to the game in the description. Be sure to check it out. See ya.